Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. And today I will be doing a Trump versus Biden analysis. So it's gonna be more of an analysis. So I'm just gonna begin now. States that I think that I see Biden getting are like California. It is very liberal, and Trump really does not have a chance in that kind of state. Same thing with New York. Super liberal, super democratic. Biden's just gonna win there. Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and DC. The default Democratic states. I do see, states like Illinois are kind of turning into likely, but I just think that because Illinois is pretty liberal, not that much progressive, I could see Illinois go to Joe Biden. And states like Washington and Oregon, I'm not going to touch here because I think some of those will be likely for Joe Biden. And I'm just doing the safe states right now. So Hawaii would be safe, and Maine's first congressional district would be, I don't think it would be safe. Yeah, but Biden has 163. Now let's go through Trump's states that are definitely going to him, no matter what. So yeah, basically, a lot of the Midwest will go to Trump. Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Alaska. I think all of these are, there's no way that Biden can take those states. There are some states that I can still go through, and these are the ones that are. I'm going to start with, first, Washington and Oregon. So the Cascadian states. I always say in my videos that they're gonna end up going to the Republicans at some point. Maybe in the next 8 years, something like that. It is something that I think will happen. So Biden, is a liberal, and it's a more progressive state. It does have a working class population. I don't see it going safe. I see it going likely. And Washington, also pretty progressive. Same thing as Oregon. It just has more of a Republican turnout. And even if Trump, and even if Sanders won't run, it's gonna hurt Biden because Sanders is gonna lose. Biden is gonna lose votes, but yeah, that's why I see Washington going to Biden. And Nevada, states that are leaning, I'm not gonna touch. I'm just gonna go through the likely states. New Mexico is a border state, and they don't really like Trump's. I guess for the border wall and border security, it has a big Latino population. And I think that would be enough to push Biden over the top. And in Missouri, I could see Missouri as likely going to Trump. Because if you see, it does still have a lot of centrists, Democrats, that just didn't go to Clinton because of her. And in like the Senate race, you saw that it did go in a pretty close margin. Josh Hawley still won, but he did take some parts, but it wasn't that good for him. It was still close. And in Mississippi, again, it's gonna be likely these kinds of states are closing in. They're starting to get a higher minority population, and now you could see it happening that Mississippi will probably go likely. And in South Carolina, over a third of the population are minorities, and a lot of them support Biden. Biden has a lot of the African American votes, so I'd see South Carolina go to Trump, but not by that much. And in Maine's 1st congressional district, and Maine's 2nd congressional district both go likely. I do see Trump keeping it. Biden does not have the best northeastern appeal, but he will keep the Clinton states because of his liberal stances like Clinton. So he will take the 1st congressional district. And for Texas, if it were for like O'Rourke or Harris, I do see this going leading. But since it's Joe Biden, well, Joe Biden does do well in the South. Well, I'm not gonna touch Texas yet. But I do see Indiana going to Trump in a likely margin. Mike Pence, of course, is the vice president, so he's going to take that. But Joe Biden is also going to do okay there. He does have the working class appeal and a lot of the white appeal. Hillary Clinton wasn't a good candidate, so it was kind of easy to see why she didn't do okay, at least in Indiana. Biden has raised $6 million in his first day, which was astonishing, but pretty predictable. And Colorado, as of now, I see Colorado going likely to Joe Biden. It does have the Latino appeal, and Trump is just not. Trump is probably abandoning it, and guess what? The Democrats are abandoning Ohio. If there was a matchup, I'd see Ohio going likely. Democrats are starting to abandon Ohio. They're setting their sights on better opportunities like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Georgia, these kinds of states. So Ohio is just going to go to Trump. I don't really think there has to be a really good candidate to change that. And now let's get, if there are any more likely states in here. No. So everything in here will be leaning. Trump is going to take Texas, but he's going to be leaning. I just think that's because Biden has a really good Southern appeal, and he did really help Obama with the primaries, with the general election with some of these states. Biden has a lot of, he will do great with white Southern voters and with African Americans. Not as much with Latinos, but you could still see him not take Texas. He will not take Texas, but he will make it competitive. So, now, I see Biden taking Nevada. It was predictable. It does go to the Democrats a lot. So Biden's just gonna have to keep the voters from last year, and he's good to go. And same thing for Maine at large. He doesn't really have to do anything. He just has to keep the Clinton voters, which he really that's easy. The Clinton voters are gonna support him. So by default, I just think that we should give all of the Clinton states to Biden to make it more realistic. So now Biden has all of the Clinton states. And now I'm going to look at some other states in here. I'm going to start with Georgia, which I do see staying with Trump, but getting closer. States like parts of Georgia, like Atlanta, are just going to be are going to go all out for Biden, and others parts of really big cities in here. But Trump gets a lot of the areas that are not urban, not very urban, some rural, most of it's rural. He does get a lot of the rural Georgian voters, but he does still get some votes from the urban areas. Georgia is not gonna flip yet, at least not this year. And North Carolina, I do see this going in a leaning margin to Trump. Trump has been losing his grasp there, and Biden having a Southern appeal and being able to flip North Carolina in 2008 for Obama, it would be really Biden would do really well there. And with the support of Obama, Pelosi, Schumer, every single liberal, he will do well. Arizona, I'm not going to touch that yet. Iowa and Nebraska 2nd Congressional District, I see going to Trump. Biden doesn't really have a chance in the Midwest. And Iowa is just not that kind of state. Iowa and Ohio are now more red than Texas, which is like really weird. Iowa is I think the Democrats will not do a lot in there to campaign. They'll do it more in the Rust Belt because they know that they just need the Rust Belt and then they'll win. So they want to do that. So I think that Trump could carry Iowa, and I think that all of these will be in tilts. So I'm going to start off with Arizona. I think Arizona will tilt Republican. I don't see it being leaning like I thought before. I think that is going to be tilted because of the disapproval. The approval and disapproval rating don't really change a lot. Like, they don't really affect the outcome. It's not really going to be it's not really going to change a lot, but the polls show Arizona. Trump is doing okay in Arizona in the polls, but even if he is, Arizona has an enormous amount of Latino voters that really are mad at him because of what he's doing with the border securities. How he just got 300 soldiers to go down to the border. They just don't like it, and they're going to vote him out of office. They're going to try to. But still, there is that Republican conservative part that's still going to maintain it, even though it's going to be really close. I forgot again. Michigan is going to go, not tilt, it's going to go leaning. Michigan is really anti-Trump right now and pro-Biden. It's not going to do that well for Trump here. He has to set his sights on Wisconsin or Pennsylvania. And Biden, I do see Trump taking Florida. It is the state that a lot of people feel like Biden doesn't really need to campaign it. Of course, Biden will campaign there because he does need to. Because if Trump wins Wisconsin, then he's like Biden's lost because he didn't get Florida. So he does campaign there, and he doesn't do that bad because a lot of the Cuban voters vote against Democrats because of what happened in Cuba with the communists. But since Biden is not a communist, nor a socialist or democratic socialist or a progressive, he does better with Latino votes. But of course, trade out in here because of a lot of these Republican majorities from the midterms. They're gonna help out, and I think that voters from the midterms will come out more for Republicans, and he'll end up winning Florida. And now the two final. Well, first Wisconsin. I do see Wisconsin tilting in favor of Biden, and I do see Pennsylvania tilting in favor of Biden as well. This is the main thing that I see. It's really hard for Sanders or Biden or anybody else to like go further than the Rust Belt. So I see this being a pretty good prediction. A lot of people do predict just flipping the Rust Belt, and that's it. So when I look here, I think Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is his home state, and this contradicts my video from before, but I don't think that video is very good. It wasn't a good video. I think this prediction is more realistic. Wisconsin and Pennsylvania are gonna be close because of Trump goes a lot for rallies in there. He's kind of he knows that Michigan is not going to go for him, but he still sees Wisconsin and Pennsylvania as options, and I think that he could take them if he plays his cards right, but it's not looking like that right now. And Biden having that working class story, he's obviously going to take his home states, and then Wisconsin, part of the Rust Belt, he's gonna take that as well. So yeah, this was a long video. Sorry for that. I'm gonna try to do shorter videos for a lot because if it's kind of boring to sit through 18 minutes of me talking. But if you made it here, then comment down below 5, I guess. Like, that would be funny if actually somebody did it. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.